Hello everyone, I am making a recipe today. It's called Fudgy Vegan Double Chocolate Beet Muffins. This was taken from the Minimalist Baker website. I've done a couple of adaptations for the ingredients that I have on hand, but I will post the link to this recipe in the description of the video so that you can go and see the original recipe. And yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to show you what I'm using for ingredients. I have made 2 flax eggs, which is basically 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed with 6 tablespoons of water, and I'm just letting that sit to thicken. I have, the recipe calls for 1 cup of beet puree, but I don't have that on hand. It does say you can substitute butternut squash, applesauce, or another hearty fruit puree. So I have gone ahead and chosen to do applesauce because that's what I have on hand. So this is 1 cup of applesauce. Next, 1/4 cup of maple syrup or agave nectar. Or if you're not vegan, you can always use honey. I'm using 1 cup of pure, or sorry, 1/4 of a cup of pure maple syrup. Recipe calls for 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. I don't have brown sugar on hand, so what I'm going to use is 1/3 of a cup of coconut sugar. Recipe calls for 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I am choosing to omit this in this recipe. 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. I have here 1/4 of a cup of melted Earth Balance. You can also use coconut oil or any other vegan butter of your choosing. Calls for 1/4 of a cup of unsweetened almond milk. I don't have almond milk. I'm choosing to use 1/4 of a cup of unsweetened coconut milk. 1/2 a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. I don't have unsweetened cocoa powder, so I'm choosing to substitute that with 1/2 a cup of raw carob powder. 1 1/3 cups, of whole wheat pastry flour or unbleached all-purpose flour. I'm using 1 1/3 cups of whole wheat all-purpose flour. 1/3 of a cup of dairy-free semi-sweet chocolate chips, plus more for topping. What I have here is 1/3 of a cup of carob chips in the bowl, and then a little extra on the side for topping before I put the muffins in the oven to bake. So those are my ingredients. I'll be right back to show you the mixing. 1 sec. So the next step in the recipe is to add I put the flax eggs in and then added the applesauce, the melted Earth Balance, maple syrup, my coconut sugar, and the baking soda. And it says to whisk it for 45 seconds. So I'll just whisk that together. These are wet ingredients. Okay, next is stir in the almond milk, or in my case, the coconut milk, and whisk it again. Next, I'm going to add in the carob powder. Carob powder and flours This next step, I'm not going to use the whisk. So I'm going to put the carrot powder and the flour. And I'm going to stir that with I'm going to use a spatula. And I'll be right back. I'll just mix it and then I'll come right back. So here's what it looks like all mixed together. And the last step, I'm just going to add the carob chips and give that a little stir. Get those all incorporated into the batter. So as you can see, my batter is quite thick. You don't want it to be too runny. That's what the recipe says. So the next step is to add it to my muffin tin. Okay, so I've mixed it all together and I've divided it evenly into 12 I paper lined this muffin tin. So this will make 12 muffins. I'm going to bake it in a 375-degree oven for about 17 to 20 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. So I'm going to put them in the oven and I will show you the finished product. So here it is, finished product. It looks quite moist. It's probably still too hot. I probably took it out of the muffin liner probably too soon, but I was just too excited to try this. So I'm just going to cut it here. It looks really good. Oh, you can see it's very steamy. Very hot. And I'm going to give it just a little try here. Just try it here. Oh yeah. Yeah. Not too sweet. Oh, those are really good. Now, the thing about using carob is, I think it's either you love it or you hate it type of a situation. I happen to love carob. I think it really gives that chocolatey flavor, and the good thing about it is that there's no caffeine in it, and I am one that is sensitive to caffeine, so it's a nice substitute for me. This muffin is really tasty. Adrian, can you try a piece?
No, it has applesauce in it.
Just try.
And ingredients I do not know. Sorry.
So good. Just try it.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, Adrian, you're missing out.
Would you look at that?
Very good.
It has 171 calories in one muffin, 6 grams of fat, 6 saturated fat, 4 grams, carbohydrates, 27 grams, sugar, 12 grams, sodium, 233 mg, fiber, 3 grams, protein, 3 grams. That's bad. Fat.
No, it's not, Adrian.
Look at the fat, man.
It's not, because considering that the rest of my diet is low fat, having a muffin like this doesn't bother me at all. So it's perfectly fine. And it's very delicious. Anyway, so the carob, I like it. I encourage you to give this recipe a try. Go to the Minimalist Baker's website. There's a ton of recipes there. I'll put the link for this particular recipe in the description box of the video. So I do not want to take credit for this recipe because it's not mine. Although I did adjust it a little bit for what I had on hand. They turned out great, and definitely worth giving a try. And it's a nice, not too sweet, but it's just enough that it satisfies that sweet tooth, at least for me. So that's great. So that's it, guys. Again, I hope you try the video or the recipe. If you like my version of it and my video, please give me a like and subscribe if you're just coming to my channel. I'll have lots more recipes coming. And again, to any new subscribers that I've had recently, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. And until the next video, everybody, take care. Bye.